Are you ready for retirement? The average retiree in the US lives on just over $50,000 a year. But with rising costs and unexpected expenses, that money can vanish fast. Is this enough to live comfortably? Or could there be hidden financial challenges waiting for you? Let's dive deep into what average retirement income really looks like and uncover how prepared you truly are for the financial realities of retirement. The reality of retirement income in the US. Retirement is supposed to be the golden phase where you finally relax and enjoy the fruits of years of hard work. But let's take a closer look at what retirement income really looks like in the US. You may be surprised. According to recent data, the average retiree aged 65 and older earns around $4,199 a month, which translates to just over $50,000 a year. At first glance, that sounds like a decent amount, right? But here's the twist. A significant portion of that money doesn't come from personal savings or investments. In fact, about 58% of retirees rely on Social Security as their main source of income. That means more than half of retirees are depending on government assistance to make ends meet. So, why is Social Security such a big part of retirement income? For many, it comes down to challenges like insufficient savings, unexpected healthcare costs, or the need to support family members. Social Security, while helpful, was never designed to be the primary source of income for retirees, yet that's the reality for many. Social Security, the lifeline for many retirees. Let's dig deeper into how much retirees are leaning on Social Security. According to the Social Security Administration, 12% of men and 15% of women over 65 depend on Social Security for 90% or more of their income. That's a huge portion of their financial security. On top of that, where you live can significantly affect your retirement income. Wages, cost of living, and state tax policies vary widely across the U.S. In some states, retirees can pull in double what others make in less fortunate regions. While higher local wages might lead to bigger retirement savings, the trade-off is often higher living expenses, making it even harder to maintain a comfortable lifestyle. So, what does all this mean? It means that for many retirees, their retirement income is far from a luxury. It's a balancing act, and it all starts with Social Security. Where does retirement money really go? Now let's talk about expenses. You've made it to retirement, but how far does that income really go in covering your costs? While it's true some expenses may decrease, like daily commuting or work-related spending, many essential costs remain and some can even rise. The average American aged 65 and older spent about $57,818 in 2022, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. That's more than the median income for this age group. This shows that many retirees may be stretching their budgets more than they'd like to admit. While retirees spend about $20,000 less annually than younger people, they still face significant expenses that can make or break their financial well-being. Take transportation, for instance. Even though retirees no longer have a daily commute, they still have car payments, gas, insurance, and maintenance costs. For those who rely on public transportation, that's another expense to consider. The good news? Without a job to rush to, retirees often spend less on getting around. Healthcare costs. But the most unpredictable cost in retirement? Healthcare. As we age, medical needs grow, and with them, healthcare expenses rise. A huge challenge for many retirees is handling the increasing cost of healthcare, especially for those dealing with chronic conditions. While Medicare helps, it doesn't cover everything. A 65-year-old couple in good health retiring today could face more than $660,000 in healthcare costs over their lifetime. This figure includes insurance premiums, co-pays, and out-of-pocket expenses that Medicare doesn't cover. Another cost that varies depending on where you live is housing. While some retirees are able to pay off their mortgages or downsize, others may still have significant housing costs. And if you're living in an expensive area, housing can eat up a big chunk of your retirement income. That's why it's important to budget carefully for these ongoing expenses. The importance of net worth and managing debt. When thinking about retirement, it's not just your income that matters. Your net worth plays a huge role too. The median net worth for households led by people aged 65 to 74 is about $410,000. However, much of this is often tied up in non-liquid assets like a house. For most retirees, home equity makes up a significant portion of their net worth, but you can't easily convert that into cash to cover daily expenses. When we strip out home equity, the actual liquid savings many retirees have may be much lower than expected, leaving little room for unexpected costs. Inflation. Inflation is often called the silent killer of retirement because its impact can be devastating, especially for those living on a fixed income. When prices of everyday goods and services rise but your income remains the same, your purchasing power gradually erodes. A dollar today won't stretch as far in 10, 20, or 30 years. Imagine buying groceries, gas, or medication in the future and realizing your money doesn't go nearly as far as it used to. Even small, consistent inflation rates can add up. For instance, a steady 2% inflation rate could reduce the purchasing power of $1,000 today to about $552 in 30 years. If inflation rises to 3% or more, that same $1,000 will shrink even further, making it harder to maintain your current lifestyle. Healthcare, which tends to see higher inflation than other sectors, poses an even bigger challenge. As we age, medical costs typically rise, often outpacing general inflation. The key to combating inflation in retirement is proactive planning. Building a diversified investment portfolio that includes assets like stocks, real estate, and inflation-protected bonds can help ensure your savings grow faster than inflation, preserving your buying power for years to come. Planning for a secure retirement. So, how can you ensure your retirement income is enough to live comfortably? The key is to start planning as early as possible. To ensure your retirement income will be enough, it's essential to diversify your investments. Focus on assets that outpace inflation, like stocks and real estate, to maintain your purchasing power over time. However, saving isn't the only part of the equation. Managing expenses wisely is just as crucial. Factors like healthcare costs, housing, and inflation can have a significant impact on your finances in retirement. As these costs rise, it's important to reassess your financial plan regularly and make necessary adjustments to stay on track. By planning early, investing smartly, and keeping a close eye on your spending, you can build a retirement that's not only comfortable, but also secure. Longevity. Here's another thing to consider. People are living longer than ever before. While this is great news for our quality of life, it also means your retirement savings need to last longer. How long do you expect to be in retirement? With life expectancy increasing, many retirees will spend 20 or even 30 years in retirement. This makes it essential to ensure that your retirement income sources, whether Social Security, pensions, or investments, are sufficient to last throughout your entire retirement. The earlier you start planning, the better prepared you'll be for the financial journey ahead. Retirement isn't just about stopping work. It's the start of a whole new phase of financial management. Knowing what to expect, from Social Security reliance to rising healthcare costs, will help you plan for a secure future. But what concerns you the most about your retirement? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an important update. We've got plenty more tips to help you on your financial journey.